My fiancé and I are high school sweethearts, and we've been together for about 12 years. We were engaged for around 3 when he passed away due to an accident in the beginning of 2020. A few weeks ago, his brother came to visit me, and he's planning to propose to his girlfriend. He asked me if he could have the family's engagement ring. The ring my fiancé gave me is a family ring which had been in the family for generations. I have been wearing this ring for almost 3 years, and it's a symbol of our relationship. I don't feel ready to give it up. When I told him this, he got upset and said it's a family ring and it belongs to him now that his brother is dead. I told him to get out. I called his mom to let her know why I wanted to keep the ring. She told me she wouldn't have minded if I had been married to him, but I wasn't, so I'm not part of the family and therefore I should return the ring. She said I'll move on one day and it's unfair to hold on to a ring that I will never wear again, especially a ring that belongs to her family for generations. I would have at least considered giving back the ring in a few years. I just can't bear the thought of parting with this ring now. So I told her I'm sorry that she felt that way, but her son gave me this ring and I'm not giving it back. Since then, his mom and his brother have been spamming my phone with messages and calls about how I'm trying to steal their family ring. So am I wrong for wanting to keep... My fiancé and I are...
This is why you should never eat chicken for dinner. One night, a young couple got invited to a party, so they called their neighbor to babysit their newborn son. But they could have never expected the horrifying things this would lead to. Their neighbor was an old woman, and the couple needed her to put their baby to bed and put a chicken in the oven so it would be cooked for tomorrow's dinner. The old woman agreed and the couple left for the night. But soon, the mother felt like she needed to call and check in. The old woman answered the phone, and the mother asked if she put the baby to bed yet. "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot all about it. I'll do it now," the old woman said. "And have you put the chicken in the oven?" the mother asked. "I'm sorry, I forgot about that too. I'll do it now," said the old woman. The mother just rolled her eyes and hung up. She thought she couldn't complain because her neighbor was helping her out anyways. It wasn't until the couple got home that they realized what a horrifying mistake they made. They thanked the old woman for helping out, and the mother went upstairs to check on her baby. When she walked into her son's bedroom, she was shocked to see an uncooked chicken in the crib. But what happened next was even more terrifying. Downstairs, she heard her husband say, "You won't believe this, honey. That forgetful neighbor burned our chicken dinner."
I just found out that I've been dating my biological brother for 6 years. Everyone got that, right? Bio brother, 6 years. Okay, good. I am 30 and my brother is 32. I'm going to call him my boyfriend for the majority of the time.
No, absolutely not.
While I type this. I feel weird about this. I was adopted as a baby, but I didn't know that I was adopted until I was in high school. I don't feel betrayed or care much. I love my parents, and my parents love me. Who cares if they aren't my real parents? My boyfriend was also adopted. And when we met, it was one of the first things we sort of bonded over. We both didn't learn we were adopted until later on, and we both were lucky and had good families. We weren't passed around from
Story time about why I hate Valentine's Day. So a little background information. I was 22 years old and I had been dating this guy for almost a year. And we're gonna call him Jimmy. Most of Jimmy and I's relationship had been long distance because literally after 2 months of us dating, he was offered a job in a different state. And I never worried about him cheating on me or anything like that because he seemed like a really honest and genuine guy. But of course I was wrong because he said that he couldn't do anything for Valentine's Day because he had to work. So me, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna fly to him, so we can spend Valentine's Day together. And it'll be a nice surprise. So a few days before Valentine's Day, I get my plane ticket and I wanted to do something special. So I wore some nice lingerie under a trench coat. Well, fast forward, my plane lands and I get an Uber to his apartment. And when I knock on his door, I hear a woman's voice from inside saying, "Don't worry, I'll get the door. Like for part 2.
What if you can find out what your true soulmate looks like? Once a girl in Japan was scared that no one would want to marry her. She'd been single all her life and wanted to know what her soulmate looked like. So she played a mysterious fortune-telling game. But she could have never known the horrifying consequences this would lead to. To play this game, she filled a bucket with water. Then when the clock struck midnight, she leaned forwards with a razor in her mouth, and in the reflection she saw the face of a man. She was so surprised that she let out a scream. At the same time, the razor fell out of her mouth and into the water. Then instantly, the bucket of water turned red. But a few seconds later, it was clear again. And even though this was strange, the girl decided to ignore it. Years passed and she ended up dating a man. He was gentle, respectful, funny, and had a good job, but something was wrong with him. He would always wear a white mask, and anytime that she would ask him to take it off, he'd get angry, until one day he asked her to marry him. She was excited, though she wondered, how can I marry someone if I've never seen their whole face before? So she told him she'll only marry him if he takes off the mask. So he did, and what she saw would terrify her forever. Underneath